and welcome to it. You're watching Ekse right here on Cape Town TV,
Yes, sir.
the People's Channel, and we're going to serve you the best dish of entertainment from now up until the hour of 5. My name's Rizal Forbes. I'm not riding solo. I never am. I'm
Yes,
with my
sir.
beautiful co-host.
Thembi Ndlovu. And like you mentioned, we're going to be taking you guys all the way to the hour of 5 o'clock. So make sure you do stay tuned. If you like anything that we're doing, don't be too scared to let us know on our social media pages. It is Ekse_live on Twitter, as well as Ekse and Cape Town TV on Facebook, as well as Ekse_CTV on Instagram. The hashtag to use is Ekse on channel 263.
Absolutely, man. And if you do have load shedding in your area and you cannot watch the show
okay,
up until the hour of 5, it is okay. We have a YouTube channel up and running, so make sure you check it out on there. Later on the Yellow Couches, we're sitting down with Thembi Ndlovu. He's a social entrepreneur, and he's here to talk about climate actions now.
Yes, sir. And we also have Siphamandla Ntshewula, who is here, who is a business owner, letting us know what are the ups and downs and in-betweens to making sure that you are your own boss.
Absolutely. Then later on, we're sitting down with Luvuyo Ndiki, who was actually last season on the show, and he's one of the organizers of Cape Town's very first Biodegradable Festival. And he's here to tell us what he has been up to. Now, I don't know what biodegradable means.
Do you not?
No, but he's going to tell us.
Someone take him back to school. And I feel like the next people we're going to talk about are going to take you back to school. These
Absolutely.
are the top performers of Maths and Science Engine Awards, where I got the chance to go and celebrate the young people who are doing great things in maths, physics, and English.
Absolutely, man. Listen, we have trending. I feel like my voice just trying.
We have trending news.
We have trending news coming up for you, where we look at what are some of the things happening in and around Mzansi. Make sure to keep it locked on channel 263. The hashtag is hashtag Ekse on 263. Give us a call 021 448
0448.
We're just going to do like a magazine cover.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know every Tuesday we give you the juiciest news of everything that is happening in and around South A. And my darlings, today we're not disappointing. First story, Rizal, folks.
Absolutely. I have I have a very amazing story for you, all the way to China, where one of our very own doctors is actually one of the leading to help assist with the deadly coronavirus. Now, for South African doctor Brett Lindal Singh, China has become a treasured second home, and the bond developed with the Asian country will not allow him to pack his bags at a time when the nation is heavily beset by the deadly coronavirus, which has killed more than 1,600 people. Now, Singh has said his concerns and his oath as a medical doctor could not allow him to leave the city of Wenzhou when it needed him most. He said, we work from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. We also have night shift duties. We usually see around 50 pediatric patients a day, but during these times, we have implemented a triage system to treat patients. He said that I also work by doing online medical consultation in the night via WeChat, as well as to help volunteer on the front line. The medical practitioner hopes to return to South Africa after graduation, where he has been highly commended by China's ambassador to South Africa, Lin Sungtan. Amazing things, don't you think?
Halala. And obviously, on a greater note, or rather on the same type of happiness, South Africans raising the flags up high. Let me tell you a little something. The Springboks, the champions of the world, my darling, have won the Team of the Year at the Laureus Awards 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Siri, halala. Obviously, this comes as no surprise, as the South African team was obviously the favorites, because we started as underdogs by losing the first two matches in the World Cup, actually losing, then drawing. But after that, we became the champions of the world. So congratulations, South Africa, on winning the Home Team Awards for 2020.
Absolutely, man. And also amazing news. I feel like everything is just amazing today. We also have Adam Habib, who actually announces his resignation as the Wits University Vice Chancellor. Now, it is a bit
happy news.
No, that is sad, but the good news is coming. Now, Wits University Vice Chancellor Adam Habib has announced that he will step down as Vice Chancellor of the institution at the end of the year. Habib was expected to join the School of Oriental and South African Studies in London from the 1st of Jan 2021. Habib will vacate his role at Wits at the end of December. Now, he said, I was approached to apply for the SOAS position at the end of last year. I threw my hat into the ring and was surprised when they offered me the post. After much deliberation with my family and considerable engagement with the Wits Council and Executive, I have agreed to accept the offer. He says, my decision was not made lightly. I'm a proud leader and champion of Wits University and South Africa, and I will continue to fly these flags high. Now, Habib has been the helm of the university for the past 7 years. So the sad news is that he is not going to be part of it.
Yeah.
But the good news is he's going to London, so he gonna be making that pounds though.
Oh, he gonna be rich.
He gonna be rich.
We're not gonna be on his level type rich, okay? And speaking of someone else who is raising the flag high, Upamela Mdanga went on Twitter recently to talk about how her dad has let her down. Now, this story obviously starts on a very sad note about how, South Africans, 80% of South Africans living in this country are living without a father. Now, people took to Twitter as she wrote the thread about how her father let her down in so many different ways, but people were cherishing her and leading her on as she got herself her first Mercedes-Benz free from her father. The funny story is her father said she was going to get her a Mercedes-Benz, and guess what? In 2020, my queen done secured her own bag. So this is a story for young South Africans that, listen, my child, you can do it for yourself. As you know her, she is Mrs. Bun. She's been on Metro FM, as well as a voice-over artist for different things like DSTV and Channel 221 that I'm not going to mention on this channel, but I already mentioned it. You know what? But we're a better channel, okay?
Absolutely. I wish I could secure the bag like her, though.
Me too, guys. She just got herself a Mercedes-Benz.
Hi, girl.
Sabawil.
Miguel, you are doing the thing. You are doing the thing.
Yes, sir.
Listen, we're going to take a quick breather. When we do come back, we have a lot for you. Make sure you keep it locked right here. Channel 263, Bizarre Forbes, Lwazulu, hashtag Ekse.
On 263.
We just don't do that pose again.
Let's
this
go.
is like a cover pose, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Back, everybody. Now we promised you nothing but the best in entertainment, nothing but the world has to offer. On a Tuesday afternoon, guys, clearly I'm a little tongue twisted. It's okay, right? It happens. Remember the hashtag to use is Ekse on Channel 263. I'll be your hostess for the most, but obviously I'm never traveling with my so I'm with my main mans.
Hey, Reserve Forbes in the building, and we are not alone on the yellow couches
yes,
today.
Sir.
What's happening to us? Hangas, I don't know.
I really don't know.
Listen, man, Thembi Ndlovu is a 22-year-old social entrepreneur who has decided to engage in a business that helps the climate and communities in drastic and sustainable ways. Now, he has recently been contacted by Robert Stephenson, who is actually from Ireland, and he came down to South Africa with the idea of starting an organization called Climate Actions Now, abbreviated as CAN or CAN, and it's actually now based in Ireland and in Africa. We are going to be sitting down and chatting to Thembi right now, but before we do that, we just want to let you guys know what it's all about. Check it out.
Climate Actions Now, CAN, is an innovative, solutions-focused advocacy movement. CAN will inspire and incentivize low-carbon pathways and sustainable farming towards ecologically viable green economies. Our mission is to find and implement significant and sustainable ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions globally. CAN will create centres of excellence in Ireland and Africa, bringing together some of the most knowledgeable experts and institutions. CAN will test the full potential of industrial hemp and other organic crops towards sustainable farming and production methods. Industrial hemp will grow well in most countries in the world, creating many new and valuable products, markets, enterprises and much employment while reducing GHG in the process. CAN is launching in Ireland and Africa to help farmers transition from unsustainable to sustainable crops, establishing real food security and viable opportunities for a carbon-neutral future. To fund and improve CAN over the coming 5 years, we are partnering with EU, state, semi-state, academic, agri and enterprise creation, rural development, investment, grant aiding and emission-focused venture capital organisations. CAN is an educational and communications organisation at its core. With our Climate Action Social Enterprise programme, CANBEAT, for schools, sports clubs and communities. CAN is working to educate governments and industry to help bring about better legislation and the adoption of best quality standards. That will also make it possible to pay farmers top prices for growing quality industrial hemp, create sustainable, cost-effective rural development and employment opportunities, replace all petrochemical plastics with biodegradable hemp plastic, establish hemp lime or hempcrete as the go-to product for affordable, well-insulated eco-housing, create nationwide emission reduction competitions in schools, towns, farms, businesses, etc., similar to the Tidy Towns model. Improve the general health of populations with rich hemp-based amino acid and cannabinoid foods and oils. Produce and patent some of the best new cannabis-based medicines in the world. Create a global social media platform to bring together all who are passionate about climate change to engage and promote the CAN movement. Using our learnings and templates, CAN will spread across the world, rolling towards agreed EU emission neutral goals, but by 2030 for a green, clean, sustainable future. With climate actions now, we can do it. We can make it towards an ecologically sound and beautiful future. Thank you.
Well, yes, man, that was basically the information or a visual representation of what it is that CAN actually do. And we have Thembi Ndlovu in the studio now to tell us more about what we don't know or haven't seen within the clip. And first of all, I want to know from you that CAN seems to be one of the solutions, to a sustainable future. And how is it that for a greener future, you guys are deciding to use hemp?
That's actually a really good question.
Of course. Hello. Come on now. Come on now. You are the biggest, the baddest, and the most
hip and happening show in the motherland.
So the beautiful thing about hemp is that it's got so many uses, and extensive scientific research all around the world has proved that hemp traps the most CO2 as a plant form. And besides the typical use of what most people use it for recreationally, it's got other major things such as building houses, hemp. So what happens is the hemp plant itself traps CO2, and then instead of just throwing that away, which might be released back into the atmosphere, it's crushed up and will make what's called hempcrete, which will build affordable and sustainable houses out of that is fireproof, keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
Wow.
Besides that, there's the medical uses for CBD oils, as was mentioned in the video. And the list just goes on. And the last cherry on top is that it can replace all plastic.
Wow.
So the plastic bags that you get from Checkers and all that, you can have it coming through in hemp. It's biodegradable, and it's also eco-friendly at the same time.
Wow, that is super. That is super cool.
I think what's on everyone's mind right now is we all know hemp is illegal to sell in South Africa. So how will CAN be operating in South Africa and actually the rest of Africa? Because it is illegal.
Well, it's not illegal per se in South Africa right now. And the government has promised us this year that they're going to be coming in with laws and legislations to ensure that we're able to produce it within the country. And also by allowing people to grow it in mass production, we can create more employment, and that's growing the economy to a greater state. And the government is really supportive of course, growing the economy.
Of course. And I know that CAN is big on educating, communities and governments and things like that on environmental education and things like that. Why is that so important?
Well, first of all, education is the key to everything. Mandela said that better than I did in a different ways too. So for communities to be educated, for the communities to actually make a change or want a change, they to be educated as to what can change. For instance, if people right now are educated that we can replace all the plastic. We need all this stuff in the ocean.
Of course.
We replace it with hemp. People will be more entitled to ask the government as to, hey guys, why aren't we actually rolling towards a greener solution? Along that also, if the government is aware of it, they're able to actually fund it, support it, as it creates a big market, first of all, for the government, and a big economic boost, to say the least, because they're opening to a very big market that is versatile and has got so many roads to go down on.
And I agree 100% with you because, like you say, if you educate the people about how they can, impact the change and the government, then everyone can help, people can fund and things like that. And I think the main misconception that we have as people when it comes to hemp is, all the bad things. But now you've been mentioning all these things that we actually didn't know about. So is there any kind of ways that you guys as CAN is actually going out to people and educating them about these type of things?
So we're currently building a few centers of excellence all around Cape Town, Joburg and Ireland. Over the next few years, we're going to be rolling those out. And how we're doing it is through programs such as Can Beat,
Okay.
which is a musical project. We've got something called Hemp House.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just to backtrack to the video, right, Jay? And we've got a big plan to do it. And right now we in a small scale of getting all the laws and everything into order.
Okay.
Right.
But the main way that we're going to be educating people is through media, and
Okay.
obviously the centers of excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And through music and art.
Yes.
Right. Is CAN, or your business rather, what do you stand for? Are we planning on making a political change, or also planning on changing people's personal thoughts on what it is that you do?
Yeah.
So CAN is an NGO, so we don't parley with any politics or
Right,
politicians, to say the least. However, we want to educate people, like people to actually personally educate themselves and for them to go out
Right.
to get this education into themselves. As I said earlier on, if people know that plastic can be replaced,
Yes.
they would then put pressure on the government and be like, hey guys, we've got a solution here.
Yes.
Right.
Let's do it, you know. So we're also we're not looking for political change, but change of policies within the politics
Okay, cool.
to allow for growth of hemp.
Of course.
In mass production, of course.
Of course. Now, when it comes to, the topic climate change, and we speak about plastic, and trying to reduce the use of plastic when it comes to supermarkets and things like this, this is a conversation that has been going on for a long time. And there are people at home who believe that the fight against climate change, or to have a sustainable future, is a losing battle, because we're all talking about it, but no one's really doing it,
anything
because we
about
still
it.
see our major supermarkets, with plastics and things like that.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Is it a losing battle, or what do you
staying
think?
positive?
Well, let me put it this way. I'll use this analogy. If a house is on fire, right, it's rather difficult for you to put it out yourself.
Yes.
Nearly
Right.
impossible, to say the least. But if the community gets involved, you've got a few more hands, you might be able to
Of
put
course.
it out.
Right.
Or if you call the fire department, it's definitely going to go out.
Okay.
Right.
So it's the same thing that we're doing right now. We by ourselves cannot put this fire out.
Yes.
Right? So what we're doing by building the sense of excellence, we're educating the community so we've got more hands.
Yes.
And with this sense of excellence and the community put together, we're able to build fire stations, to say
Yes.
the least.
Right.
And we're able to put out this fire, which is climate change, with much ease.
I love
much,
that.
Much
If
ease.
someone is hearing about CAN for the first time, what are the key things that you want them to walk away with today?
Well, one thing, your missions should be emissions. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that we should be really fighting right now. And we have to remember that what's happening today and the decisions we make are going to make a long-term impact. It's like
Yeah.
a big footprint that we're going to leave behind. And the best way to go about it is just to change your daily habits by
Yes.
using recycled bottles or metal bottles
Right.
instead of plastic.
Right.
And just love nature.
Of
Okay.
course,
Nature
I love
loves
that. Now, for someone at home who is watching and thinking, wow, okay, interesting
what
idea,
he's saying,
I
yeah.
like what he's saying. Where can people actually find you online, on social media? Are you on the gram, Twitter, YouTube? How can they go about it?
So we're on all platforms.
Right.
On Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, it's c.a.n, Z-A, can, Z-A.
Okay.
That's our handle for Instagram, Twitter,
and
and Facebook.
right.
And then you could also go to our website, which is www.climateactionsnow.org.
Right.
Awesomeness. And they can find all the information.
All
that
the
they would want.
information is all there, including the video as well.
Hey,
Oh.
lovely things. Listen, man, thank you so much for coming through and chatting to us.
thank
you.
I personally think that you guys are doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Watching the video alone explains a whole lot, and I love how you guys say that you want to change it through social media, because
Right.
social media is big.
Yeah.
The kids are growing up on that, and they need to actually kind of see. So thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and I hope that you guys actually achieve all the goals that you set out to achieve. And
1000%.
I have a friend in the government. I'll phone him today.
Yeah.
His name is Jacob. You might know him. He just has
I
a
don't
court
know.
case
What's his surname? Zuma?
right now.
Zuma?
It rhymes with
Zuma.
But thanks so much, man, for coming. Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. When we do come back, we have lots more for you. Remember, hit us up on all of our social media
Yes,
handles,
sir.
which is...
Ekse_live on Twitter, as well as Ekse on Cape Town TV on Facebook, as well as Ekse_CTV on Instagram. The hashtag to use is Ek on CTV.
Absolutely.
Ekse on
We got a YouTube
Twitter.
channel as well if you want to catch some of your favorite episodes on there. All you have to do is subscribe, click the notification button, and you can find these beautiful faces on your YouTube. That's if you have data. If you don't, Andiaz Buti. I don't know.
No.
Listen, we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. Thanks so much for coming. Well, man, it is still the month of love, and if you
Yes,
are still
sir.
in love, then please do let us know on all of our social media pages. We would love to know, who are you in love with. And I know a lot of people actually bought them Valentine's partners this past. Yes, they did. You didn't know I bought me one. I won't tell you where, but I got it for discount.
Samoyiki, guys.
Listen, and on Friday actually past, we had a Valentine's Day special on Ekse, and you can catch it on our YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. I'm still not over the fact that he bought his Valentine.
You have to.
But guys, we
these
do
days.
promise you nothing but the best of entertainment all the way to the hour of 5 o'clock. I'm your hostess with the most, Ulwandile, and I ride with the incredible Rizal Phobes. And today in the studio, we have the incredible Siphamandla Ntshewula, who is all about making these incredible lambs that are in front of me. We're going to be discussing everything that has to do with business and making a business come to life. The good, the bad, the everything in between. And my darlings, we know that making a business, or rather making a business that thrives, is difficult. So hooray to you. Thank you for coming to the studio. Please talk to us. What are these creations? And actually, ubani Siphamandla, and what do you stand for?
Siphamandla ngumuntu othanda
Don't you sell my camp attack?
Siphamandla ngumuntu othanda ukunceda ne. Na ndikhulele SIB informal settlement and siyayazi. So ezobe ngikhula bendihlala endlini webhayi ngikho selling. Yeah. So beku difficult bandifunde ebusuku because see youth asikwazi ufunda emini. Sifuna abalaphandle emini. So bekwa easy bandifunde ebusuku. So if ever ndiyafunda ebusuku like isibane i-light iyadisturb emini ngapha baqinisa isibane sifuna ulala. So ndagqiba u-grade 12 wami then ndajoyina u-active change drivers. While this campaign kwi-program besidiscussa with a friend of mine okay no man no can ndiyenze just unceda kwi-community because ndikhule ndizingabhelieve bangaze nginganceda kwi-community ba I think semncinci kakhulu banganceda yabo so sehleli phansi no man I think ngikwenza i-bulb holder using i-can while ndisendlini ndithathe le idea ndizobe thatha i-can but while ndisayenza ndicinge no man i-can nombane ingxaki so ndicinga sengisibhotile while sengisibhotile kuvele kuphume ilempu yabo while kuphela lempu ndicinga okay kokunzima kuma ndifunde yabo how much more kwaba bahlala kwantom house yabo because asibanika attention yabo to be honest asibanika attention abantu banika attention is only aba bangenambane at all yabo so while ndinayo into onceda yabo bandincede yabo so isukele phaa yonke idea all about unceda.
Awesomeness. Listen, I think this is a fabulous idea, and the lamps look amazing. And I can see that you basically put your own love into it, your own kind of ideas into it. But what are you hoping to achieve with these lamps? Are you hoping to have it in shops where people can buy it and things like that? What are your dreams for the lamp?
Firstly, I'm hoping to have my own shop.
Yes!
My own shop, Then I can make a shop, but then I shop a team now. And also I'm hoping like the solar, maybe 5 to 10 years.
Make it 3. Why not 3? We can do it in 3. Dream big.
But now since I battery, because the research if money doesn't think about battery. Walaphi Cape Town. So maybe in 6 months' time,
Of course.
Amazing. What? But I'm going to talk about lamps. In South Africa, there's different types of lamp. What makes your lamp unique? Before.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. But yes.
So say the tweezer, keep them coming. Say the coca, keep them coming. So we like say the tweezer. We think man, I get on the pit down. Say desk lamp, maybe like side lamp. And entering room to. Out of like nothing to something.
That is amazing, and I love that. And you know what I would commend you on is the fact that coming up with this idea, because most of the time we're on social media, we're on Facebook and things like this, and we see these videos of people creating things, out of recycling items and things like that. They're making electric cars and small things at home. And I want to know from you, who actually taught you to make these lamps? Because I'm sure you didn't just wake up and be like, hey, when making a lamp. So, did someone actually teach you to make the lamps?
No.
What's from the Sawen?
Yeah, and that's when this. As I said before, we were at the camp. So I came with the idea of making a bulb holder using a can.
Right.
But when I was in the
Yeah.
I'm figuring the idea can then I remember no man is our cashum man. So I think when like bulb holders again using
Okay.
lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manje uqhamuka side B yangithi.
Yeah.
I-side B ibona injani le idea? Bayibona sebeyibonile noma ngokuqala usitshengisa namhlanje.
Sebeyibonile. But bebengayiboni bayibona ku-television I think last week. Yeah.
I actually want to like that.
Bonke ngoba sivezayo ba. No man kasifake.
Okay.
Sifuna imali wedwa uthini yabo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
this
that's
is the
the
incredible creation. Rizal couldn't wait.
No, I couldn't wait anymore. And also because I checked our load shedding schedule.
All right.
It might be soon, so I just needed to put it on.
You
Before
do know
we
that
actually
it's going
go.
to switch off if it's load shedding, right?
Yeah, that's why I want to put it on now for the viewers at home to see. This is amazing, man.
So, but if people want to know more about you and actually namalem zawenza bengakuthola kuphi?
Ku Facebook na ku email na kunamba yami.
Awusinikeza phela.
Ku Facebook Siphamandla Ntshewula. Then we email Siphamandla Ntshewula3@gmail.com. Number yami 082
Hey,
237 6209.
Hayi ke, sebezokuthinta khona. Yes, Rizal.
you're going to have a lot of people giving you a call, and I hope they're phoning you for the lamps and not to find out if you are a single man. Okay? But thank you so much for coming through and sharing your amazing ideas and creations with us. We do hope to have you back on the show with more of these, and hopefully this time you're coming back and saying you can find it at Pick and Pay, you can find it at ShopRite and things like that. But thank you so much for that amazing.
And what I also love is that you were thinking specifically for your community.
Yes.
Because you mentioned a very touching story about how the lamp would affect everyone in his home. Now you can just place it on the side. And then other people. That's a very touching story.
Awesomeness.
That's
Thank
very
you so
smart
much.
and good.
Loa Zulu, where are we
Yeah,
going?
We are going, I went to the Maths and Science Engine Awards where we celebrated young, beautiful, incredible, talented, smart children who are doing science, physics, and English, who excelled in these things. So please do check it out. And congratulations to everyone who won an award that day.
I didn't win.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fabulous episode. And as you can see, I am not in the studio today on a very specific mission to go and find out who have been making waves in the science and maths industry. And my darlings, the people that are here today are going to be awarded by Engine Mathematics and Science Awards today. So obviously, we're very proud. We're very anxious to see who are the top achievers, who are making waves in the industries that they're going to go into and hopefully branch out into bigger and better things. Now, let me tell you, Engine has started this incredible thing where they do tutors every Saturday, where they tutor in maths, in physics, and in English. So if you need any of those helps, make sure you do go into their page and check it out. And you could be one of the students that are being awarded right here today. So right now, I'm going to stop talking because I need to see who won. So let's actually go inside and check it out. Standing with one of the top achievers for this year at Engine Mathematics and Science Award is the young man himself. Congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you very much.
Okay, listen, I was standing there and I was hearing your results. First of all, physics, maths, and English. You literally blew everyone's mind by the amount of marks you were able to get. Now tell me, what is something that kept you going throughout the whole year? Because I know it's not only fun and games with the awards, you literally had to study all the time. What kept you going?
Most importantly, it was my mother. She really motivated me to do well, and I have this feeling inside me that I want to do well to give her a good life one day when she's older, and I really wanna make her proud. Yeah.
Would you recommend anyone to actually pursue and come to the Engine Mathematics and Science tutors during the weekend?
Yes, it's extremely helpful. This tuition on a Saturday it really helped me. Like in school, I didn't live up to my full potential, but when I came here, it like gave me that extra push to do well, you know. Yes.
And it gave you the extra push to do well, and you did extremely well. Any sort of advice that you have for past matriculants?
Yes.
Or actually upcoming matriculants?
Yes. It's very important to always do your best and never give up, because it's important that to stay 100% focused and don't take jokes.
Yeah. He said it himself, do not take jokes. And if he's telling you not to take jokes, then I think maybe you should follow him, because he is one of the top achievers for the Engine and Mathematics Awards this year. So congratulations once again, and thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chatting to more people later on.
Fatima scored 84% for English and 86% for physical science.
Speaking all things success and moving bigger and better, Fatima has done exactly that by achieving the greatest, sort of most amazing awards. So congratulations, my love.
Thank you so much.
Now tell me, what are the key things that you think someone should have in order to achieve what you've achieved?
They should definitely have dedication to their work and make sure they put in the time and study as much as they can.
Right.
And they should also have tenacity and try to strive for the best always.
Right. Okay. Now, a question I've been asking a lot of people, as you see, in South Africa, or rather in the world in general, a lot of things are taking place like creativity. Everyone's an influencer. Why do you think subjects like physics and maths and English are still key to making sure that this country or this world moves forward?
The thing is with physics and maths is that sometimes it's not exactly about what we learn and the syllabus. It's often about the principles it teaches you, problem solving and things like that.
Right.
So it's important to take physics and maths because it teaches you skills that you not only need in school but also outside of school.
Now, I can see right next to me are your parents. So obviously, I know that you had a lot of support from them, and obviously, you're a proud mom and dad. What are some of the things that you think helped her achieve, or rather get to where she needs to be, or where she is right now with all these amazing awards?
Well, she put in 110%, and we were right behind her and pushed her to do the best that she could. Gave her the right meals to eat, brought her here every Saturday.
How important is it, do you think, a child needs to have someone who's supporting them, someone who's pushing them, like your parents, to make sure that you achieve your goals or achieve something that you don't even think you're capable of yourself?
No, it's very important that parents or their caregivers should support their children, you know, and be behind them all the time.
Now, Dad, I want to move to you. Have you seen an improvement or a change ever since you started attending the Saturday classes?
No, definitely there has been improvements. In fact, she would come home and be a bit, you know, ahead of a class, because the work that they were doing was a little bit ahead of what they were doing in class. So this has really helped her to achieve what she has. Definitely, all the effort that we made to bring her here on Saturdays was worth it. And of course, you know, the dad is not so much involved with these things, but the mom is. So the dad just makes sure that you know, the card and the pin is available. You know, the card for the machine, the ATM card. Yes, that card and the pin is available. Yeah, so that is all, the role that the dad plays.
Okay, support and the card pin is something that's very important. Now, Fatima, obviously we are beaming with joy. Obviously, you can see your parents are very happy to see you achieve the best things. What are we looking forward to in the future? What are you planning on studying? Are you going to study? Are you not going to study? Are you taking a gap year? What are the plans for you and your future?
I'm studying medicine at Stellenbosch.
Girl, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I'm hoping to specialize in pediatrics. Right. So that's, yeah.
We're rooting for you. Everyone here is rooting for you. Everyone from Engine is rooting for you. Everyone from Ekse family is rooting for you. Don't forget to keep it locked right here on Ekse. Hashtag Science Tech Wednesday. Keep it locked. Standing with the future leaders of our generation. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it back at home. I know I have. It's been very proud for me to stand here and watch all the young leaders, or rather all the future leaders, walk up into the stage. Prawn's very proud for their amazing and incredible work. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to go on all our social media pages. It is Ekse_live on Twitter, as well as Ekse on Cape Town TV on Facebook, as well as Ekse_CTV on Instagram. From me to you, it's all love. And from all of us over here, it's hoo-ha. Hashtag Science Tech Wednesdays, everybody!
Science Tech Wednesday, everybody! Wowzer. It was so nice to see you standing with the future leaders.
Yeah.
Amazing things.
And brave.
Yeah. Cheers. We're gonna Listen, man, welcome back. You're watching Ekse on Cape Town TV, taking you all the way till 5 p.m. And also super excited om weer terug vir die week op jou televisiescreens te wees. Listen, man, we're sitting down with Luvuyo Ndiki, who actually started his own business way back in 2014, and it's called Red Cup Village. And he also then designed South Africa's first 3D printed biodegradable cup. And I have to say that he walked in here and he was totally impressive, as he was last season when he was on the show, because most of the time people come in and they're like, oh, I'm about saving the planet and I'm about doing this to the planet, and then they give you your business cards and it's all plastic. Then you're like, it defeats the purpose. Boom! Not Luvuyo. This guy comes, this is actually made of seeds, and I want to find out exactly what is happening here. We have him in the studio. How's it doing, man? Welcome back.
Oh, thank you for having me back, guys. I really appreciate it.
I love how you look at your own business cards like it's the first time you saw it.
Wow, this is
Again.
I'm happy with me.
This is so cool.
I was literally asking you, how do I make this into a plant? Because I don't know if you guys can see, but it literally says plant me. And I'm like, how?
So I've collaborated with a company that's called Growing Papers.
Bring your mic closer.
Okay, cool. So they basically take like newspapers, old newspapers, like you know how newspapers always get printed, and basically they recycle all that paper and basically make business cards and anything that you want basically out of paper. And they put seeds that you want, whether it's flowers, veggies, or whatever, rocket. So that's the whole campaign that we were like, okay, cool. In order for us to do environmental stuff, we have to really speak about recycling and using environmental stuff.
Of course.
And having plants. At the end of the day, it's Valentine's month, you know what I mean? You know? So it's like we're trying to find ways to be innovative about what we do.
Right, and since the last time that you were on the show, please do let us know, what are some of the improvements that you've made? What are some of the difficulties that you've faced? And what are the W's that you've caught? What are the wins where you're like, actually, I'm proud?
I think being part of one of this big competition of, I think one of the FMB competition, like 3,000 people that entered, and being part of the, like I was part of the 5 finalists and like in my category, you know what I mean? So
Congratulations.
thanks for that. And then after that, I was on BBC as well for like almost 3 weeks on high rotation. And this is all the work that I've put in just for last year, you know what I mean? And I feel like in order for me to keep up with that innovation, I need to do innovative stuff. And that's why right now I put together a team for us to work on one of the world's first Biodegradable Festival, you know what I mean? It's not going to be that big as a startup, but it's something that we're building on, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So yeah, but a lot of struggles along the way, you know? And I think we have learned, and as a brand, and to see what ways can we improve on how we failed or didn't go right last year. But I think I'm on the right path right now.
Of course.
Speaking.
And I love the fact that you guys are doing the first Biodegradable Festival. What is that all about? What do you expect? Yeah, it's a very big word. You get a bit nervous, you know, you have those nervous thoughts when you hear the word. But what is the Biodegradable Festival all about? What can one expect?
Look, I think the biggest thing before we even get deep into it, we need to talk about the issues that we face in terms of the environment. you know. As a person that buys a lot of water, I always have bottles that are left at home. I always find ways of how to recycle them. So the idea was about how we always bring all these people that are doing so many great things in environmental to come and learn from each other. So what you can expect from the Cape Town Biodegradable Festival is that from 10 until 11, there's going to be yoga session, you know. And then from there, it's a free community entrance, you know, because you want people to come and learn. There's also going to be speakers that are talking, you know, in different fields of recycling and biodegradable products, you know. And then from there, it's basically your music, your normal picnic setup, and where people can basically network and find loopholes in the green economy, you know what I mean? For example, we have seen so much that are not there right now in terms of like even armbands that are all made out of plastic, even the paper ones. So that is allowing us to innovate and find new ideas that are lacking in the market right now.
Of course. And when it comes to, you know, a biodegradable cup, on my cue card it says, why is this so a big deal? I think it's a big deal to make a cup that's biodegradable. But let's speak about it. Let's speak about the cup. What went into, you know, making it and creating it and making it actually a cup in its own?
Look, luckily for me, I come from a product design background, and I was also in PR. So I always want to find new ways and ask questions. Okay, cool. What if I had a cup that once you throw it, it can have seeds? You know what I mean? And as you can see with the cards, but it's always a process to get there with the cup itself. So I basically took the technology that's out there, which is 3D printing, and I was like, there's no one in the world that's doing such things and making stuff out of like 3D printing in terms of your kitchen stuff, you know, all your cups. And I was like, look, let me try. I failed so many times, you know what I mean, before I got them.
You have to fail a couple of times.
You know, you have to.
At first you don't succeed, try again.
I was almost giving up, you know what I mean? I was like, this is not working. I was probably just too forward of myself, but until I just went out and spoke to different people in the field, you know, and I got more expertise. And when I had the first cup printed and it was solid and it could hold water, I was super excited. You know what I mean? Then everything started from there. And then I think from now it's a matter of building from there and using 3D printing to mass produce in the future.
But what actually went into the cup? Is it the same kind of
things that go into this?
Because I know it's seed, but it won't be newspaper because it will get wet.
So it's basically cornstarch, like the corn that you eat, you know what I mean? So you extrude that, same with sugar cane as well. There's so many things that you can extrude, even plastic, you can extrude that and make it into a liquid formula. And basically from there, you make it hard into what we call filament. Then from there, you basically can 3D print any shape you want.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So that's
so
basically 3D printing, you know what I mean?
That is very cool.
And you see a lot of people now in 3D printing where they're using metals, where in metals you can actually, if you have an engine, you don't have to go to Germany to go and buy it. You can just make it here in South Africa. You just 3D print it. So that's a nice thing about the technology, which is opening so much for the future.
Yeah, it's opening so much for the future, but it's opening up so much for South Africa in general. How is the community taking it? How are South Africans taking to this? Because I know most people don't care about shame. But we buy something, we throw it out, it's none of our business, or rather it doesn't affect us at the same time. How do you feel people are taking out to actually, maybe let's change the world, maybe let's do this, maybe let's hear you out? What are you talking about?
Look, I don't understand, like I've been in a situation where I was not informed as well, where I was also in the township, I didn't know much, you know what I mean? But when I design, I don't design to also I don't design just to only make people do what I want, you know what I mean? I always think, okay, cool, someone's just going to throw it there. If they throw it on the ground, it needs to be something that can go into the soil. You know
because then it's fine, you can throw it.
You know what I mean? So, but you would never want to just market it in that way, but you know, okay, cool, this is how people in South Africa already are. Now, how do I design things to fit and custom how they live their lifestyle?
That is so
you know what I mean?
That's amazing.
So that's how I think and that's how I process doing stuff in terms of
That
designing.
is so cool, man.
It really
in terms of the people at home who are thinking, wow, okay, let me give this Biodegradable Festival a try. Where can they go? Where can they get tickets? When is it happening? Where is it happening?
And
is it for kids? Is it not for kids? Where can we find you?
Okay, cool. This is basically an event for everybody in the family. You know what I mean? Kids come in for free throughout the whole day.
Oh,
you know
lovely.
what I mean? As long as they're below 15 years old.
Okay.
You know, and basically from 10 until 11, we've got a meditation and yoga session. You know what I mean? Where people can come in, walk their dogs, and it's a big park, Duval Park. You know what I mean? And from there, afterwards, we're basically having speakers from 11 until 1 p.m. And then from there, it's music, and like a picnic session.
Yeah.
So if someone wants tickets, they can go on web ticket, you know what I
Okay.
mean, and get them for like $50.
Oh, lovely.
So it's accessible to everybody, and Duval Park is basically in the CBD of Cape Town in Gardens.
Right.
So yeah, if you want to get more info, you can also check out our website on www.capetown Biodegradable Fest, and then you'll get all the latest info as it happens.
Awesomeness.
Awesomeness.
Thank you so much, man,
Thank you
for
for having
coming
me,
through
guys.
and doing these amazing things. I honestly didn't know about these cards. This is a wowzer for me. But thank you so much for the work you guys are doing, the incredible ideas, and always striving towards, giving us a sustainable future so that my kids, I thank you on behalf of my kids already, but thank you so much for the work you're doing, man.
Let's talk about your kids, and let's talk about the next thing that's coming up on the show, guys. As you know, something very important, gender-based violence is still happening, so 16 days of activism is not enough, so let's take it to 365 days, and let's hear what people have to say about gender-based violence.
Nonela Lo from Cape Town TV. Cela udlulisa lo myalezo kumajita amamelayo nawa ngamameliyo mamamelise abamamelayo. Majita manje yanhluphe into engibonayo kasi abantu abangosisi babethwa ngabantu abathandana nabo. Cela la respect uyinika umzali wakho lo umthandayo uyinike nalosisi uthandana naye. Uyeke uhlukumeza nomntana noma uyamzala okanye uyamzali because xa umhlukumeza the next generation le izokwakha elilizwe siphila kulo.
Listen, man, it is almost at that hour of 5. We had an amazing show. I learned so much on today's show.
Too.
I'm still shooketh about the business cards that actually
you can plant.
That is so cool. I'm gonna have a business card that turns into a Ferrari.
And actually, the show was all about innovation, because a person was making lamps out of Coke bottles as well. So yeah.
He said Twizzler.
It's Twizzler and a Coke. He mentioned both. Okay, I heard him loud and clear.
Listen, man, but yeah, thanks so much to all of our guests who came through today.
Yeah.
And thank you so much to you guys at home, the loyal viewers, for making sure you tune in every day from 4 till 5 p.m. The name of the show is Ekse. On social media, we are on Facebook, Ekse on Cape Town TV, on Twitter at Ekse_live, on Instagram we are
Ekse_CTV on Instagram. Thank you so much for choosing us to be your source of entertainment as well as education today. Hopefully we've educated you on enough things. So from me to you, it's all love. And you can see Rizal wants you to stop talking. So goodbye and God bless.
Can you do that movement?
What are you doing? Please ask him.